Hi guys, welcome to Haus of Mimosa, the podcast, the aftercast, here on our YouTube page. I'm Travis.
And I'm Steven.
And this is where we get into all of the things we talked about on the podcast. Maybe not all the things.
Well,
some of the things we got into on the podcast.
And a little bit more.
Yeah.
And this is episode 10.
Episode 10. We're so excited. So go listen to episode 10 on our iTunes podcast. It's a free download. Just search Haus of Mimosa. And we'll pop right up, subscribe, and then listen to 10, and come on over and listen to this. Now, before we get started, we have a nice little message from our really good friends over at Grizzly Kiki.
Sickening.
Fierce.
Work.
Do you love drag queens?
Are you looking for a way to calm your nerves?
Of course you are. Hi, I'm Robert.
And I'm Daniel.
And we host Grizzly Kiki, an oral history of drag and nightlife entertainment.
We dig deep and get to know your favorite drag queens and nightlife personalities.
Who have we interviewed? I'm glad you asked.
Get your dustpan ready, because we're about to drop some names.
Bianca Del Rio.
Bob the Drag Queen.
Fifi O'Hara.
Peaches Christ.
Alaska Thunderfuck.
Jackie Beat.
Adore Delano.
And many more.
We've even interviewed the Haus of Mimosa.
So come join the party at grizzlykiki.com or subscribe on iTunes today.
Yes, honey.
What a week we had.
Woo!
From performing at the LGBT Expo at the Javits Center. She is feeling her fantasy, girl.
So much fun.
To our car frickin' breaking down on the side of Grand Central Parkway.
We have...
in full regalia on our way to a gig. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it.
We have the worst luck when it comes to cars.
No, well, that's not true.
I think we do.
We have the worst luck when it comes to tires.
Tires in general. But,
holy Christ.
But it must be because we live in New York City. You know, I mean, I asked the woman when we went to get it serviced, because
Shout out to Lisa over at
Volkswagen.
Wait.
Oh. The freaking dogs.
I'm working on it.
We got it taken care of, hopefully.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I talked to some people. I'm working on it.
We got our Italian League connections.
The second you watch one of these videos, you don't hear those dogs anymore. You know Corella DeVille made an appearance. The second I'm wearing fur coats in our videos, you'll know. You'll know. Yeah, so our tire, we hit a huge frickin' pothole. Tire blew out.
Right on Grand Central Parkway.
Which
the
is,
worst.
If you're not from the area, it's right in between, we were right in between LaGuardia Airport and JFK. So, there's not really a worse area other than, on the middle of the Brooklyn Bridge to have your car break down like that.
So we're hoppling along, the off-ramp in East Elmhurst, right? Isn't that where we ended up? Yeah.
And I was like, I can do this. I fixed a tire before. I learned on YouTube. I can do this. I can do it.
And I've seen my dad do it and teach me, years ago. But I had never actually physically done it myself on the road, so...
So go listen to the podcast, because we go into a little bit more on the podcast, but we were in full regalia, trying to change the tire, only to find out it couldn't be changed. We had to call for help, and then that help couldn't help us, and had to call for a tow, and that tow... It was, the most crazy experience. You go listen to it. Just imagine us on Grand Central Parkway quickly trying to get out of costume before the tow truck comes, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to ride in the tow truck as Anita.
No, of course. I mean, hello. What were we going to do?
I don't. And thank God I didn't, because the kid that pulled up in the tow truck was backwoods 19-year-old.
Oh, no.
I can't. In good news and better news, we got an advanced screening of the first episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Well, we've been so excited about this for a long time. Not only have we been so excited for the show to come up, and not only is it one of our favorite shows, not only are we kind of in the world of drag with our show, but I don't know, I was really excited for this season. I think last season, season 6, with Bianca being the winner, and Adore and Courtney Act, and
I think that was the best season ever.
I think that was the best season. Yeah. And after having watched the first episode, we kind of felt like, all right, this season is missing a Bianca.
It's missing something.
they hit gold by having Bianca on the show because he was so witty.
Well, it was the most entertaining to watch, you know, to see...
In and out of drag.
In and out of drag. And then the Untucked episodes with Bianca there would just, like, I mean, come on.
Girl, if I want to come for you, I'll come to your room at night and cut your fucking wigs up.
Well, and Untucked is all new now. Not airing anymore on Logo, it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, and you have to watch it on a Tuesday now, which screws everything up.
It screws everything up.
It does.
I can't.
It screws everything up.
I want to see everything all together.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
You know, and people pay good money for cable.
Well, it's like our good friend Megan said. I paid good money for this. I want to see the whole thing.
I want to see it.
But they're smart over there. I think, you know, it's about advertising, and they're able to ride that wave of how television is now being brought into people's home. I mean,
that's true.
The internet is now how you watch. I mean, the internet is how we watch TV.
Yeah, I mean, we really don't. We don't have cable, so you know, we watch it through Hulu or YouTube or this and that,
or we find other ways to.
Yeah, all right.
Watch it.
That's your sweet spot right there.
No, so you can check out Untucked on WoW Presents YouTube page.
What did you think of the Untucked? Because I
don't
know if I liked it.
All new format. I liked it.
You liked it?
I liked how it feels a little bit like we're behind the scenes.
Yeah, I like that element.
Mean, let's be honest. It's really going to be absolutely no different. It's just the set is different. The environment that they're in seems different.
Yes.
I mean, maybe as they go along, it'll change up. But from what we got from the first Untucked, it's the same thing as them being in the Gold Bar or the Interior Illusions Lounge.
It's not as glamorous, let's just say that.
That's
it's very raw.
I will say I never cried at Untucked before.
Yeah.
This one made me emotional.
He was emotional.
Hope this feeling lasts life.
I was really sad to see Tempest go, and here's why.
Me too.
I talked about this again a little bit on the podcast, but coming into the competition, I felt like Tempest was very campy, very comedy, very shticky.
And I thought maybe she would go home as, you know, one of the first people to go.
Right. But then, in the first episode, with her runway looks, I was like, all right, girl.
I'm like, okay, girl, you came here.
She did a departure from her, like, shticky stuff, and she looked more sleek and more polished on the runway walks for the mini challenge.
Yes.
And then for the Nude Illusion, I don't know, girl. We were wondering if she made that bodysuit herself.
The gown is gorgeous.
Thank you. I saw it in the window and I just couldn't resist it.
I think she probably made it
But
herself.
she's a costume, construction, designer.
It was a little loose-fitting, and that's what she got critiqued on, and Michelle tore to bits as far as that, and she said, you're a costume girl.
Michelle was not playing.
Michelle was not having it.
Michelle is ready to go in this
Michelle is in season 7, and she's ready to chomp those girls to bits.
Who was standouts for you?
Standout for me, I really love the Russian, Katya. Yes. Yeah. I loved her. Yeah. I loved all her looks. I thought they were, you know, for having a character, her looks were fierce and on par with all the other girls that were high fashion.
She's smart about her character, because this is something else that we talk about. Like, it seems Max is this season. When she's not on stage, she's still in character. Kind of like Laganja and Ben de la Creme. Like, there's times when it's more appropriate to come out of that character, and Katya knows how to do that. As an actor, as a performer, like, I'm not, you know, we're doing this podcast as the Haus of Mimosa, but I'm not sitting here like, oh, honey, I watched it, this is what I watched, and da-da-da.
Yeah.
You know, that's how my character talks, that's not how I talk.
Steven and Travis talk.
And there's something that makes them feel very ungenuine. It makes them feel fake.
Yes.
It doesn't, I don't feel like we can connect, so I'm interested to see where Max goes. I'm kind of all over the place right now. People keep asking me if I have any standouts, but
you don't yet.
I'm confused because there's a lot of pre-show stuff that we see, and I have an opinion from that. And now that we've seen the first episode, I kind of have another opinion. And then we've watched some YouTube videos of them performing live, and that makes me feel a different way. So, I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place right now.
I love the Untucked because it does make you learn who these people are. I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I liked Ginger Minj more. I got to like Miss Kasha Davis more. I was enjoying knowing more about them.
I don't think that should have been the bottom 2.
No.
And I am almost like, are they putting Candy Ho and Tempest DuJour in the bottom for shock value?
Well, I think that they did. Sense. I really think that they did.
It made no sense to me. I thought it should have been Sasha Bell and
Jasmine Masters.
I
thought that they were definitely the ones to be in the bottom. But
my other thought was that the bottom 2 are purely based on this being a television show
Yes.
and not a talent competition.
And they had that conflict right in the get-go when they walked in.
Jasmine Masters and
Sasha
Bell, I think, have more to offer the television show than Tempest DuJour and Candy Ho.
That is possible. Yes, I can see that.
So it'll be really interesting to see what happens and where that goes. RuPaul also has a brand new album out this week called Realness.
Ooh.
And how excited was I when I found out a few days before it was released that it was coming out.
True.
We just had Born Naked a year ago.
Uh-huh.
So this is exciting to have a new album. And then I downloaded it. And then I played it.
Yes.
And we listened to it.
And it's really fun. It has a really cool
it's
club
not
vibe.
Fun. It's
No.
not fun.
That don't impress me much.
No, of course not.
But it's not Born Naked.
It's not Born Naked, and it's also, you were telling me it's from a different producer, right?
Well, Lucian Piani, who you know from Drag Race, has produced the last couple RuPaul albums. Mm-hmm. Apparently he was busy doing other projects. I read this in an interview.
Yeah.
And RuPaul went back to work with the same writer-producer that she worked with on Supermodel. Supermodel of the World, you better work. And so it has that old 90s club house feel. It's good. It's just, I feel like there's no melody. I feel like there's not really a chorus. And there's a lot of stuff we've heard before. Frank Music is back, who did Fly Tonight on the Born Naked album.
Which is a great song.
Well, I think that might be my favorite RuPaul song ever.
You always say that.
I love that song. I love it. So the album is good. Download it. But it's kind of good as, like, background music.
Getting ready to go to the club, you know. You know, it's not... It's more for that kind of feel.
I like to sing along when I'm getting ready.
Yes.
This isn't one of those albums. This is like
the young kids at the club are going to love to dance to this, and I think that, you know, the DJs out there are going to be able to remix it into different songs, and, you know...
Well, they won't even need to remix it, because it already sounds like a remix.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
That's my issue with the album. It already sounds like remixed.
And we can't actually...
I actually feel like, is this old stuff from the studio that didn't make it on Born Naked, and we're just trying to capitalize on that stuff that wasn't used? It feels a little bit like... It feels a little bit B-side to me.
Okay.
But I still like it. It's good.
It's a really fun album, though. So go check it out. Also, Ru is doing the first ever, partnering with WoW Presents, DragCon, RuPaul's DragCon.
Right. DragCon, a drag convention. And you might have heard Ivy Winters on a previous podcast of ours talk about it. We're thinking of going.
I know.
Why not go?
I hope so. It's in LA.
It's in LA.
So, and I've never been to LA, so that would be really fun and exciting. So
it'd be really cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see. And
LA, we're coming for you.
Hey!
DragCon people, if you're watching and you want to have us there as Anita Jetery on a panel, we'll do it.
Hey.
Or if you're a club and you want to have us at the club in LA during DragCon, we'll be there and we'll do it.
We'll do it.
Or like if you're just a lady with a large living room, or a small living room.
We'll come and do a party for you.
Or like, maybe you know of a parking lot that's not very busy that we could just set up in and do. We'll do whatever.
And take over.
We'll do whatever.
Like Hedwig style.
Yeah, that's right. I just need that little, like, you know, just that little,
just a little lift?
Just a little, just pull it back. Just
snatch it in a bun.
Put, like, some sort of, like, let me pull my scalp back into a banana clip. Kind of like, just pull it.
Okay.
Just a little.
Hide it to Jesus.
Yes.
Spread it to Jesus.
You know, when you hit that certain age, 24, and you start to get these, like, little
lines in your crow's feet area.
Just little.
Hey, it's natural.
Would you have plastic surgery?
Me? I don't think I would.
Nothing.
You know, I don't know. If I was on TV every day and who knows, maybe I would do Botox, this and that. But I don't know, we have to see. You know, one day we're going to be on TV, so we'll see what happens then. Yes. You know, I'll see if it gets worse and worse and what I'm going to do.
Lifetime, are you listening?
Hello.
Own, we're available.
Bravo, here we are.
You know, it's funny, I always think, I think if you choose to do that, good for you, girl. And then I see good work, and I'm like, I could do that. And then I see bad work, and it's like,
well, here's my thing with work, though. I think on women it's different than on men. Every man I've ever seen that has had work done, as far as other things other than just Botox, looks terrible to me.
Yeah, but do you think that it's because they've had bad work? Maybe you're not noticing the good work because good work shouldn't be noticed.
True. You're right. But from what I've seen in people that I know have had work, it looks usually very bad.
And then there's people who get work for the look of looking like they've had work. Like,
True.
I read a whole article about having facelifts and fake boobies and your lips done and Botox and all that is like the new pretty.
I don't know. I think that for me and how I feel right now, I think a man should age gracefully. That's just, maybe I'm a little old school with that, but, you know.
I mean, just a little, just a little. I mean, I don't want to look like Shock.
Ooh!
But I just like a little, you know, I keep my eye out for anyone on the street that looks like they might have a syringe of whatever I might need. Like, just pump it in there just a little bit. Just a
little filler, a little something.
And we have friends that get Botox regularly, and he looks good.
Yeah. All right.
They look good. I don't have a problem with it. I'm like,
no,
all right.
No problem at all. I mean, hey.
It's when you start looking like the Mask that it's a problem.
Well.
Snap out of it!
My lawyer's name is B.D. Higgins, and he's told me of my rights. If you give me any shit at all, he's going to drag your ass into court.
So we did our Empties video recently, and there was one thing I forgot to include. If you want to check that out, go on over to the Buff 'em Beautiful...
network.
Yeah, Buff 'em Beautiful Network. The Buff 'em Beautiful YouTube channel. It's Anita Buffum's channel, and you can see that Empties video. We kind of talk about some of our favorite products and stuff like that. Did I even post that video yet?
Well,
but
you'll see
there's some fun videos there. But one thing I forgot to include was my favorite cologne.
Ooh.
This is Juicy Couture for men. I think it was their first scent for men. Ugh.
It smells really good. It smells actually like a musky powder. So
it
it's
just
kind of
smells like
manly but gentle.
You know what it reminds me of?
Manly but gentle.
That's me. You know what it reminds me of is, you know how that Abercrombie scent is like so strong,
so bad. I hate that smell.
But it's a very masculine smell.
Well, it's kind of sexy,
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now imagine that like toned way down.
Yes.
Don't you think that this is kind of?
Yeah, I can see that. It's
like,
a little bit.
It's like an appropriate strength.
It's almost like a feminine touch on what that Abercrombie thing is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes you can find this at TJ Maxx.
For how much?
For $25.
Can you? That's a steal.
A steal.
It's a steal.
It's a steal. So check this out. I watched some great YouTube tutorials on Kevin Aquan's concealer/foundation. It's called the Sensual Skin Enhancer. Oh. It's fabulous. Kevin Aquan. All right. I have it in shade SX05. Okay. This feels like satin on your face. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Normally I use MAC's Full Coverage Foundation, which gives a great full coverage over the beard. And I know some gals that use it too. They like the full coverage because it goes very far. You can use a small amount of it and wear a very thin layer. Mm-hmm. So just because it's full coverage, you don't have to, it doesn't come out full coverage unless you apply it.
And I mean, we have to apply it like, lumberjacks.
Right.
If I'm not careful, I can grow a full beard overnight.
Right. So I saw this. It's made out of some really great ingredients. Again, I can't really tell you what they are, but you can look it up. I'm not going to give you the whole thing. There's a lot of other YouTube tutorials that talk about it, so check it out.
And have you been wearing it all over?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I do have a little issue with it.
Okay.
But so silky, so satiny. My only problem with this foundation is that all the colors that I swatched to match to my skin seemed very yellow. They had a very yellow undertone.
Okay.
And I, with my MAC foundation, do a pink undertone.
I use a little bit more of the yellow because...
Right.
Pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it.
And so what I've been doing is I've been starting with this, and I put a thin layer of this all over my face because it feels really good. And I think it gives me that little extra smooth coverage that I'm looking for. But then I'll take my NW25 from MAC and kind of just, with my beauty blender, go over my face to get the correct color.
Blend it all in together.
My hope is that there's another color in the Kevin Aquan line that I didn't discover yet that will be better for my skin, because this is great. It's pricey, but it goes a long, long way. Check out, just YouTube Google. Just search on YouTube.
Search
on YouTube for Kevin Aquan. Sensual Skin Enhancer, and there's a lot of tutorials and reviews about it, and they go into further depth. I'm excited because you started getting into a little bit more of like the contouring and discovering that.
Well, yeah.
And we discovered a really great contour product. Now, you don't have to be a drag queen to contour. Ladies, you should be contouring. It really helps bring out the best features in your face. It helps recede some of the features you may not want to show on your face. and you can do it. And there's a great tool that was just released by Smashbox.
It's called the Step-by-Step Contour Stick. And it comes in 3 shades, if you can see those, okay? This is going to be your highlight. Then there comes a bronzer, and then your contour stick. Now, I'm somebody that used to be like, no, I'm playing a character, I don't need to contour. I want her to look like every woman, and I kind of want her to kind of be just who she is.
She's every woman. Insolent her, anything she wants from baby. I do it naturally. Okay.
So, but now I'm falling in love with this, you know, and for me, a little goes a long way because I'm exploring and I want Gina Marie to look as natural as possible. But I'm loving it because it's accentuating cheekbone and, my under jaw area.
It comes with a diagram based on your the shape of your face on how to use these and where you should apply these. And if you know nothing at all, you want to contour that cheek away, really suck it in, girl, and contour right in there. So check it out. It's the Smashbox Step-by-Step Contour Stick. Comes in this set.
It's a blessing.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. These sticks are so great because they're a pencil. It's a cream. But it's a pencil. It makes it so easy
to apply,
to get the shape that you want, to get the contour,
and then rub it in with your fingers. It's fabulous.
It's great.
It really is. So, I'm excited to try to explore with it even more.
We love these, and you can get them at Sephora if you're lucky. Because
they're always out.
They're always out.
You know, and they're under 50. Well, you know me. I'm a bargain
She's
shopper.
She's a bargain shopper, girl.
Everyone was on clearance. I mean, their prices. That's crazy. It's unbelievable.
She'd like to pick up some coal on the side of the street and just
I get that
make it work.
I get that from my dad.
I can't.
Oh my god. My dad, back in the day, we'd be on the road. He would stop in the middle of a highway and pick up crap on the side of the road. That's my dad. But what are you going to do?
There's one other product we discovered this week, and I used a sample of it. I don't have the packaging anymore. But it's the Hourglass number 27 primer. So Hourglass primer. It's not the mineral one. It's like, oh my god, the consistency is
silky smooth,
beautiful. We usually use Lancome La Base,
which we really love. I really love it.
Well, for the price, Lancome La Base is great. But this Hourglass, which is more expensive than the Lancome, oh my, like honey. Like it just went on so smooth.
It was
dried
dewy.
so beautifully. I was sometimes with those primers when they're like that consistency, that like honey,
they can feel very sticky and
gross.
You know,
or you can't, like when you start to apply your foundation over it, it kind of gets like peaks, like it doesn't smooth. But this did not do that. So check that out. You can go to Sephora and get a sample. Good makeup might be expensive, but Sephora, MAC, all those places will give you samples, and you can return anything you decide you don't like. So try it. Try things. Find what works for you. There's so many options with makeup, and I love exploring it and finding what's the best for me.
We went through so much today.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for watching our videos and subscribing. We're really enjoying this world of YouTube, and you know, we've been members of YouTube, God, for forever now, but we've really started diving into it more recently, and it feels really good that we can be ourselves and not always have to be Anita and Gina Marie. And
we love the comments.
We love the comments. Keep them coming, and don't forget to hashtag HOM podcast with any questions you might have with makeup or how we do our looks or whatever. If you want to know my favorite color. I'm
going to tell you something.
So, thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. We really love it.
And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Please subscribe to our video here. Comment below. So, thank you guys for watching. We love you. I'm Travis.
And I'm Steven.
And this has been Haus of Mimosa, the Aftercast.
Bye, guys.